I don't know if you're aware of this, but my friend Joe Pavlovich pointed this out to me because I've got a ton of pictures up on you on the Baseball This Week Facebook page. He wanted to know if you're aware that you're rocking out the old school stirrups.
Yeah, they gave them to us this year, and I mean, I don't know if they're serious about it or not. I hope they are. I kind of like the look. It's a little bit different. I know a lot of guys don't like wearing their pants up, but I've always worn them up. No reason, just kind of always worn them up. So I like them. Anything that's kind of weird, if we could wear the old Padres or Pirates uniforms or anything that's kind of bizarre, I'm all for it. I look weird enough out there already.
But don't you think, though, with the gray Royal shirt and the shorts on from about 500 yards away, somebody might mistake you for maybe a girls softball pitcher with the way you throw?
Absolutely. I'd have to imagine that's absolutely plausible.
One thing that I'm really excited about is this year on 610sports.com, we're going to have a Royals page that's going to have exclusive web-only web interviews and all this and stuff. But you're the very first person to do what I'm calling 20 random things. And one of the funniest things I asked you, one of the funniest answers you gave me was what you spent your first professional check on, and you said eggs. So what did you do with those eggs?
I made scrambled eggs with them.
And because you and your wife, you're scrapping by on money, and you're the provider at this point because your wife hasn't got the greatest job ever yet, which you can go to islandreefjob.com and vote for your wife. What's your wife's name again when you go to that? Do you search for your wife?
Tracy Hayes.
Tracy Hayes. So islandreefjob.com. Help out the Hayes family so they can afford more than eggs. But besides eggs, what else have you spent your money on with your baseball checks?
Man, we are frugal, to say the least. Trying to think of the most lavish purchase that we've made with baseball money.
Any vacations at all?
We went to Thailand this year, which was really nice. The way that worked was we really had wanted to go, and it was my wife's 30th birthday, and I wanted to take her, but frankly, we just couldn't afford it. And sort of out of the blue, I had a company contact me and basically contracted me to design a website for them. And they asked me to name a price, and I just named the price of what the vacation was going to cost. And they said, "All right, sure, let's do it." So
unbelievable.
So I designed the website for them, and we got the vacation. So.
Why the nickname Disco?
Because I throw in the 70s.
You know what? One of the interviews that's on here, you said that if you threw in the 80s, what would your nickname be?
I'm trying to remember what it was.
I think you had Can't Touch This by the Hammer, I think, didn't you?
That's what it was. Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. That's right.
So, Chris Hayes, obviously it looks like you're ticketed for Omaha to play for AAA baseball right now. Obviously the fans up there have got to be excited. Even if you're having to go back to Northwest Arkansas, the fans down there, I'm sure, are always excited to get a chance to talk to you. Are you the type of guy that goes out of your way to sign as many autographs as you can and do as many events in the city that you possibly do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember being a little kid and, going to baseball games and just, one of the things that sticks out in my mind is I was at a game that was a White Sox game at Tiger Stadium when I used to live in Detroit, but I was a White Sox fan. And Carlton Fisk was batting, and on a foul ball he broke his bat. And as he was walking back to the dugout, he saw me with my little White Sox hat on, and he walked over and handed me his bat during the at-bat. And I thought that was like the coolest thing in the world, for years. I still have that bat up in my bedroom. So, I always like, being able to do anything that, put a smile on a kid's face or anything. It sounds cliche, but it really does. It is nice to just be able to make a kid happy or, sign an autograph or do anything like that. For me, it's fun. I really do enjoy it.
Chris, we got about a minute and a half yet, and you said you're a White Sox fan, which, of course, now you got to come back and tell me the first time you face the White Sox when you get to the big leagues, you're beaning A.J. Pierzynski. Just so you know, you're beaning A.J. Pierzynski. What does A.J. Pierzynski do when Chris Hayes beans him with a pitch?
He'd probably check twice to make sure it actually hit him because it's not going to be that hard.
Chris Disco Hayes, listen, throws 77 miles an hour, but this guy has got some legitimate statistics. Go there and check it out. There's all sorts of movement on his pitches. He throws a riser. He's one of the most interesting and intriguing baseball characters I've seen in a long time. Chris Disco Hayes, thank you so much for joining us on Baseball This Week, presented by Tompkins Industries. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you.
Hey, Craig and Greg, thank you guys for having me. It's been fun.